What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the BMW X3 again. We're going to be changing gears just a little bit and working on the interior today. I got a touchscreen radio that's going in, a backup camera, and then a couple extra little touches just to make it a little bit nicer. So let's go ahead and check out the radio situation we have right now, and then we'll see what we're upgrading to. Now this X3 is pretty nice for 2008. It's got a good quality radio. It sounds great, but up top here you can see there is no screen. The only screen we got is this one line screen down here. So some of them came with a screen up here with the iDrive controller in the center. However, this one just has this nice change drawer here, which I am gonna kind of miss having, but having the touch screen will make up for it. So we're just gonna have to take this part of the dash apart to put the radio in there, and we'll be good to go. Before we install the radio though, I'm gonna go ahead and wire up the backup camera. I'm gonna run the wire for that all the way up to the front here. That way, once the radio is ready to go, we can just plug in that backup camera and get going. So let's go ahead and go to the back, and we're gonna pull off the interior cover for the back hatch, pull apart a few other pieces so we can get that rear view camera in. So this plate right here is just a little bit too wide, so we're gonna go ahead and try to trim that down a little bit. finally have the backup camera all installed and mostly wired in. That took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I guess that's what I get for buying one of the cheapest cameras I could find. Overall, it turned out pretty well. As you saw, I had to modify it just a little bit, but it ended up fitting in there pretty well and looking pretty good. Had to put a couple screws to hold it in because the clips that came with it were not meant for this vehicle, even though they were supposed to be. But the screws look pretty good since they're black screws, so we should be good to go. So now let's go ahead and check out the radio we're going to put in. Go ahead and pull apart the dash and get everything installed. Alright, so we got this touchscreen display here with Bluetooth, radio, GPS, all that good stuff. The best part about this is plug and play. You have a main harness here and a CAN bus decoder, so that all plugs into the existing radio, and then we got some extra wires that come with it as well. We got a GPS unit, we have several inputs and outputs if you want to hook up a DVD player or screens for the back or whatever you would like there. And then we also have a couple USB cables there so we can hook it up to a phone or an iPad for CarPlay. So let's go ahead and start getting the dash torn apart, and then we'll go ahead and put in a new radio. Now, one of the great parts about installing this radio, from what I've heard, is it's all very easy. There's like 6 screws we got to take out. But first we'll start by popping out the center unit here. And then all we got to do there is disconnect this electrical connector to the hazard and lock switch. So we'll set that aside. And then also we got to disconnect this climate control wheel up here. That just pops off, and we can set that aside. So the next thing we're going to do is pop off this tray up top. And that's just 2 Phillips head screwdrivers, or screws, Phillips head screws. We're going to pull those out. And now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put all my change. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. We're all done with that. Set that aside as well. Now to pull out this fascia here, again, we have 2 Phillips screws. This is really nice because normally BMW uses a lot of different kinds of fasteners, a lot of Torx and whatnot. So this is all Phillips. It's nice and easy and straightforward. So this unit here just pops off. We're going to go ahead and kind of set that down here out of the way. We don't even have to unplug it. And then we got 2 more Phillips head screws right here for the radio as well. So we'll go ahead and pull those out. Now we have those out, the whole radio should slide right out. We have an antenna connector here. So go ahead and disconnect that. And then we have the main radio connector here too, which they also make very easy. Got this lever you slide down and it pops out. So we will need this later, but I'll go ahead and set it aside for now so it's out of our way. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and finish wiring in this backup camera. That way we can plug it in. Now it's right up where we need it for the unit. So this unit here comes apart. We haven't screwed it together yet because I got these electrical connectors on the back. So that comes apart separate. I'll set that up there as well. Now this unit here, we got to basically splice in between the radio and the vehicle here, but it is all plug and play. So what we're gonna do, we'll take this end here and connect it to the OEM connector. So we should just slide it in, and we'll close that up, and we're all connected and good to go there. And then this end also has that OEM style connector that'll connect back to the OEM radio. So we're all good to go there. So this wiring harness here will go up to the unit there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and feed this back through. See if I can fish it up to the top. Isn't quite as easy as the last one because it's a little bigger. Alright, get that fed through. Alright, so that one's connected in. We also have a couple USB outputs here, so before I connect those, I'm also going to go ahead and fish those through like the other ones. I think I'm going to have these kind of just hang down here below the climate control. That way it's easy to plug phones in, but they're kind of tucked away when I don't need them. Boom, just like that. All right, so we got those wires up here. So I'm gonna tuck them down here so they come underneath the climate control. And they'll just kind of hang there. They'll be a little bit in the way of the heated seat button there, but won't be a big issue. Next, we want to make sure that all this stuff is run through the base plate here, because we don't want to connect wires and not be able to install it. So we're going to go ahead and run all these wires up through here. We finally have the radio all installed, got the nice touchscreen up here, as well as our USB ports so we can hook up phones. And I also got the switch for my LED light bar hooked up here on the dash, so we got a permanent spot for that now. So we got two more things that I'm gonna put on the X3. Walk around to the passenger side here. Just little touches, something to add a little extra spice to it. So the first one here is we have these shadow lights that replace the courtesy lights on the bottom of the doors. And so those will shine the BMW logo on the ground instead of just a plain yellow light. The other thing we have here, and we'll see if I can get it out of the package with one hand, is we have some BMW neck pillows to put on the seats right underneath the headrest to add a little bit of an extra luxury comfort look to the inside of the car. So we're going to go ahead and get those installed, and then we'll be all set. Now we have everything installed. Let's take a look at it. First of all, we have these shadow lights on the front here. I know you can't really see them that well, during the day, but during the night those are gonna look awesome. Got that little extra touch of luxury from these neck pillows here, as well as in the back seat to give your passengers a little bit of extra comfort. Let's go ahead and check out this radio that we have in here as well with the touchscreen. We'll go and flip the key on. We got tons of different stuff in here. We got navigation. Gonna take it a second to load here. Yeah, we're gonna have to put our addresses in there and stuff and hook it up to my phone. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go back to home. We got the radio. We'll go back to home. We got Bluetooth. So I'll go ahead and hook up my phone later to that. We got lots of different apps in here. There's even a calculator on here. We can go ahead and do some math just in case we need to at the stoplight. We got settings. You know, we can set all our audio settings and our clock and everything there. So this is going to be super awesome. We can go ahead and flip the audio on and off there. I'm absolutely loving this, and one of my favorite features about this is that I now have the backup camera, so that is going to be absolutely awesome driving this every day. That is it for the X3. Got the interior all set up how I want it, the exterior with the wrap, the wheels, the suspension, the roof rack, and I am so excited with how it turned out. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below to keep up to date with all the future projects I'm going to be working on, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the X3, what you think of the mods that are already on it, and what you think I should add to it as well. So thank you again so much for watching. Let's go ahead and pull it outside and get a good look at the whole car.